We want the most important election affecting your children's education to be the one that decides who sits on the school board, not who you send to Washington. Parents deserve the opportunity to choose the best school with the best curriculum, the best teachers, and the safest environment for their children. I recently met with a room full of teachers in Jinx, Oklahoma. I came out of that meeting convinced more than ever that teachers like these know best how federal education dollars should be spent. That's why Republicans are leading the effort that will ensure 90 cents of every federal education dollar goes directly to the classroom, empowering parents and teachers, not bureaucrats. And if we really want to free enterprise and the economy, let's scrap the Internal Revenue Tax Code. The 8,000 plus pages of confusion, contradiction, and confiscation are choking small business and driving the average taxpayer mad. Republicans want to establish a date by which the tax code will be abolished and replaced by something that's simple, fair, and takes a smaller bite from the family's pocketbook. Finally, Republicans stand for limited government. Ronald Reagan reminded us that a government that is big enough to give you everything you want is also big enough to take everything you have. And tonight, the federal government is still too big and taking more than it should. We will continue our efforts to control Washington's wasteful spending and its insatiable appetite for your money. Well, this is what the Grand Old Party stands for. And if this represents your hopes and dreams, we ask not that you pull for us, but that you push with us. Back in my district, Oklahomans are steeped in America's deep tradition of faith, family, hard work, and strong neighborhoods. They represent the values that hold communities together, and they believe in the power of a better tomorrow. There's still a lot to be done, but I too am more optimistic than ever. These last 4 years have given me the unique opportunity to witness the grit and determination of the American people, our greatest resource. Yesterday marked the 70th year since the birth of a great American leader and hero, Dr. Martin Luther King. In one of his last sermons in 1968, Dr. King warned that while the world is a closer neighborhood, we are experiencing less brotherhood. That's equally true today. It is no longer the aggression from without that is America's greatest threat, but alienation from within. Alienation at every level. Husband from wife, mother from father, parent from child, black from white, Republican from Democrat, liberal from conservative. And there's only one solution: reconciliation. Ironically, the word Congress itself is made of two Latin words that mean to walk together. Reconciliation requires the humility and courage to say, "I'm sorry, I was wrong. Will you forgive me?" Therein lies the healing salve for the wounded soul of our nation. You see, the body of our country is strong. It's the heart that needs attention. On Christmas Eve, my family and I packed up our kids and gifts and headed to Grandma's house. In the car, we sang along with Vince Gill's Christmas tape. As we sang one particular song, I was struck by the words and by their poignancy for our country tonight. The chorus went, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me." So let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And let it begin with Republicans and Democrats, and blacks and whites, and moms, and yes, especially dads. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with all of us who comprise one nation, under God, indivisible. And if we work together and walk together, and if we have a Congress motivated not by the maintenance of power, but by principle, then I believe historians will tell our children's children, there walked a great people, a nation that preserved the wonderful promise that we call America. May God bless you and your family, and may God continue to bless this great nation.
Thank you for listening. Good night.
Republicans Steve Largent and Jennifer Dunn giving their party's response to the President's State of the Union address. Wolf Blitzer at the White House, the State of the Union, very much the topic of the hour tonight.
Very much so, and White House officials are here very enthusiastically congratulating themselves. They believe, and this should not be all that surprising, that the president did hit a home run. Sammy Sosa, the Chicago Cubs ball player in the gallery, notwithstanding the president and his aides were convinced he had to do well tonight, not only in terms of the theatrics, but in terms of the substance. And remember, all of these new initiatives that he announced tonight, whether on Social Security, on education, in going after the tobacco industry, all of these initiatives have been poll tested by the president's political pollsters. All of them have been reviewed very carefully to make sure this is what the public wants to hear, and this is what they heard tonight. Only a very indirect reference, even if you could call it that, to the Senate trial when the president said near the end of his speech, he said, perhaps in the daily press of events, in the clash of controversy, we do not see our own time for what it truly is, a new dawn for America. The Republicans in their response anxiously wanting to put new faces forward. We did hear from these new faces. They spoke about substance. They spoke about policy, which is, of course, what they wanted to project. And as a result, we have the State of the Union and the Republican response. We shouldn't forget, though, that tomorrow the Senate trial will resume.
Indeed. Wolf Blitzer reporting live from the White House. And for the record, the president's speech lasted 1 hour, 17 minutes and 17 seconds. Total applause, 23 minutes and 37 seconds. A lot of that applause especially went to three individuals. Suzanne Wilson, who tragically lost a daughter in the Jonesboro, Arkansas shooting. Sammy Sosa, the Chicago Cubs outfielder. And Rosa Parks, regarded as the mother of the civil rights movement.
You know, it was said that Ronald Reagan instituted this whole idea of recognizing heroic Americans at the end of a speech. Bill Clinton does it throughout the speech, and that's why we saw perhaps 9 or 10 of these individuals. We are going to take a break. When we come back, a special 1-hour edition of Larry King Live. But for now, I'm Judy Woodruff.
I'm Bernard Shaw. Lots more to come.
This is a message for Tim Clark, card member since '86. You give your child the moon and the stars. This year, give him the world. Walt Disney World, as only a card member can. A white glove vacation with great extras like storytelling and $250 Disney dollars, only with the American Express card. And if all this makes his dreams come true, isn't that what it's all about? White glove treatment at Walt Disney World Resort. Yet another reason to do more with the American Express card.
Now there's more news in the morning with Carol Lynn and Leon Harris on Early Edition, weekdays 7 Eastern on CNN.
It's Super Bowl madness at Tri-Cities Motor Sales. Through the month of January, with every new or used car purchased, you'll receive a free gift. Touchdown! Tri-Cities Motor Sales will make all the right calls on all the right plays to get you into the car, truck, or van of your choice. Tri-Cities Motor Sales prices won't be beat. Hurry into Tri-Cities Motor Sales for the best move you could make in a new or used vehicle and receive a free gift during Super Bowl madness. The kick is up and it's good!
For over 80 years, Washington Hardware and Furniture has been serving the Tri-Cities area. Starting with a small hardware store, we've expanded and now offer one of the largest furniture stores in the area. Brand name fine furniture with the quality and style our customers demand. Remember, our family shops for your family, which is why we can stand behind every piece sold. Washington Hardware and Furniture, truly a most unusual store in downtown Kennewick.
Since 1982, Chiefs RV has been offering some of the best lines of RVs in the industry. Right now, Chiefs RV prices are reduced on all 98 models to make room for introductory prices on new 99 models arriving daily. 6 acres of inventory to choose from. Chiefs RV is also the Northwest Discount Center for Fleetwood Terry. A professional, knowledgeable sales staff is dedicated to help you select the perfect RV for you and your family, and skilled certified technicians to back it up. Come see us today and we'll make you a happy camper. Chiefs RV on North 28th in Pasco.
There's things that local cable provided, the local news, that I just couldn't get on satellite.
I don't like the dish because I can't get local. Then we don't have the local channels.
No local channels. We were both born and raised here, and we like to be involved with our local community and know what's happening. And with satellite, we sort of got away from that local connection.
Falcon Cable, your access to entertainment, information, and beyond.
The Moneyline News Hour with Lou Dobbs, weeknight 6:30 Eastern on CNN.